Hi, welcome back to my channel. I'm Daniela and today we'll continue with the way, this time the second episode of the second season. In the last episode, a lot of things happen. Um okay, so Prairie did manage to go through another dimension. And this new dimension that she went to, there is a Prairie. But it's a bit different. Her name is not Prairie anymore, it's Nina. Um, Her father lived for some time, did die at the end. Um, he was shot while taking a bath, and while this Nina was on a ferry, she felt like being shot, fell to the ground. The ambulance was called, and on her way to the hospital, I think she died, and that's how Prairie, because I think she died as well, managed to take her body, and now she's Nina. And I think because the thing that happened when she was a kid, when Nina was a kid, with the bus and her colleagues dying actually like happened also in this dimension, but she wasn't on the bus. She didn't, I don't think she was on the bus. um she didn't went blind. Either she just survived, or she had the same visions when she was a kid but kind of understood them, or um her father chose to, I don't know, go along and not send her at school that day. And maybe that's how she survived and that's why she's not blind. I mean, not now, but she was never blind, so I don't know. Um but her fiance Pierre, I think, it's a bit sketchy. But I mean, also I think they were together in something with this, I don't know, sleeping facility, or I saw that is like an NDE thing. They were like close uh dying, but then they come back and say what they saw. But what if is more connected with visions? What if they have visions? Because Prairie got the visions while she was sleeping. So, but we got like a new character, Karim. He's a private investigator or detective. Um, Michelle's grandma went to him because Michelle is missing, and Michelle is the this dimension version of Bach. And there is this game, and she was playing it, and then she disappeared, and the investigator is kind of playing the game now. So I don't know. Anyway, as usual, I got something to drink. The episode is ready to start. So without further ado, let's do this. Oh, I completely forgot that she found Hap and he recognized her, and the others too. Beside Homer, she saw him but didn't recognize her for some reason. Even like Scott seemed to recognize her.
Hello, and welcome to Modern Psychiatry. I'm your host, Dr. Michael Westfield. On show, we're going to discuss the rare but fascinating syndrome that is shared psychotic disorder.
I wonder if it's the same guy, but from the other dimension, from the original dimension, that was talking about like dimensions and wormholes. Hap was listening to.
Near-death experiences are not glimpses into an afterlife. They're glimpses into other lives.
A garden of forking paths. Why doesn't Homer remember me?
Well, that's one of the questions we have to find an answer to. Now, my consciousness jumped into Dr. Percy. Yours into Nina Azaroba. For some reason, I can't work out. Homer, who did exactly the same as everyone else, didn't make it into Dr. Roberts.
Sodium pentothal.
It's killing them.
Paralysis sets in after 11 minutes. The
And
heart
also
stops at
him.
13 to 15.
You've killed Dad.
Either we do the movements, we travel to another dimension together, or we die here in this field.
Outside. Get the rest of those windows
That's
open.
how they died.
You okay?
What the fuck are you doing? Dr. Percy.
What if he didn't die? Was just passed out? And that's why the other Homer's conscience
Okay.
didn't took over this body. What if the other Homer is dead? Or what if the conscience got into another person that was dying at that moment?
My Homer.
That Homer is dead in a field in North Dakota.
No. No, it can't have been for nothing.
What are you talking about? Of course it wasn't. I jumped into the darkness. And I could have jumped into a dimension where I was brain damaged or dead. You knew exactly where you wanted to go, and you got here. Somehow you navigated. Please, just tell me how you did it. Maybe one day, we'll find a dimension where you can see me with new eyes.
Maybe a dimension where you're dead.
You okay, Doctor?
Yeah, just watch your head.
This is gonna help you get some sleep as well.
You forgot. You'll remember.
If the NDEs are like windows through dimensions and you can see through other dimensions, it's also a bit in the future, maybe? I don't know, like. But I mean, no. I was thinking that Homer saw himself in this mental institute, but this Homer from this dimension was working already there. But I was thinking, like, in the first season, when Homer was trying to stay awake and understand what the fuck is going on, he played a tape that at that point, like, I didn't understood, and maybe now I understand a bit. What if Homer did got into another body? Because on that tape there were like police, and apparently they were like looking for someone or chasing someone. I don't remember exactly, but what I remember is they asked him his name. He said that his name is Homer, and the police said, "No, you're not," or "You're not Homer," or something like that. So Maybe the Homer, the conscience got into another body, and it was Homer, but he didn't look like Homer because the face, the body, it wasn't his. It wasn't belonging to any of Homer's versions, but someone completely different. I don't know. Yeah. I think it's more of a sleep experiment, like to have visions than near death experiences.
I'm looking for missing girl. Drummer.
No, they don't hire them that young.
Define young. No minors? There's something about you that makes you a particular kind of dreamer. You got recruited because you're good? Is this how you're recruited? You don't recognize this?
Every night, each of us have 4, maybe 5 dreams. They wake us up after our REM cycle and record us reciting the dreams. There's a woman. She listens to our dreams. Hundreds of them every night. She's looking for something. Dr. Marla Rhodes, the one who listens to the dreams, she disappeared, and no one has been able to find her, not even Ruskin.
When was this?
2 weeks ago. I think Dr. Rhodes saw something she wasn't supposed to see.
That's it. You're the only 2 we got going into the place.
Maybe there's another interest.
Hey, go back. Freeze there. How to get in there?
Did she go to the house by herself?
I don't know.
She promised me she wouldn't.
Pierre, you told me she was upset before the episode on the ferry. We have to face a possibility that when she found out.
It was too much for her. I'm sending you a new subject.
Very good. We'll prep in the morning.
Honestly, I've been more of a prison guard than a doctor the last 2 months.
So you're criticizing my methods.
Of course not.
Follow her lead. In particular, find out how she thinks she got here from this other dimension. The others say that we all arrived together. She thinks she came some other way.
But doesn't find.
There's not a single case of shared psychotic disorder among complete strangers. Not one.
Yeah, that was
Until now.
trying to say. Isn't it weird that these strangers have the same thoughts? Think the same, even now, Nina.
You said Scott and Renata told you. What about Rachel? Is her memory also unique?
Rachel can't speak. She can't form or understand words. Brain damage from a car accident that she had as a teenager.
She didn't die and came back.
Where is Nina?
I don't know. What do you mean?
You say that your consciousness, yours and Hap's, traveled to this dimension, into these bodies. What happened to Nina and Dr. Percy?
I don't care what happened to Nina and Dr. Percy. I want you to see me. I want you to remember that we spent 7 years under the ground. I asked you to believe in impossible things. You never once looked at me like I was crazy. That is why I cannot give up on you. I will not give up on you. Oh my God. That's you up there.
What?
Andy's take you into the future.
Oh, so it is the future. Oh my God.
Dr. Roberts, sorry to interrupt. A patient in his underwear and a pink coat is running around the halls. He's pretty fast. Diego can't catch him. Also, we got a bit of a plumbing issue happening.
It was him.
You don't recognize me?
Do you? Where am I from?
Cuba. You were in Havana until Hap kidnapped you.
I remember that story too. But it is a lie. You're crazy. Keep away from me.
We've never touched. You're so much tinier than I thought.
I'm sorry. We're alive. Together. We're gonna get out of here. All of us.
I hope you do that by the end of the season, because...
What if instead of trying to wake up Homer, we try to expose Hap? If Homer could see who Dr. Percy really is, it would shatter his delusion. We could all get out of here.
She's been in the lab. Hap forces her to help. God knows what the fuck he's got going on in there.
Curie was based on a graduate thesis written by a Russian student at the Sorbonne about a mystical phenomenon in Germany in the 1920s. Where a few dozen psychoanalysts discovered their patients were dreaming the same dream. And it did happen, exactly as they'd seen. It was Ruskin's idea to use the same methods to harness the predictive power of the group liminal mind. The game is not a product of Curie at all. If something from the waking world enters a dream, it's natural. If something from a dream enters the waking world, well, that is unnatural.
A house? Yes. A house.
Teenagers.
Teenagers?
Colonialism.
A map?
The world, this dimension.
It's a map. Hap's building an interdimensional map.
Miss Azarova was out of her room. Where is she?
Look, Rachel's figured out how to communicate.
Yay!
Stop! Boris! Stop it now!
A house. Children, the map.
I want this group broken up! Just the rooms, no contact between them whatsoever!
Last year, a new pattern began to show itself. In a weekly set of 2,000 dreams, the same 3 images began to appear at a rate just above coincidence.
Stairs, and a window.
A tunnel the size of a coffin, a curved, double-sided staircase, and a rose stained glass window. There is only one building.
It has all 3.
One building in the whole world which contains all 3.
Rose, the flower.
Curie was how Ruskin found ride-sharing, blockchain. I don't know what that house is or what it does. I don't think anyone does. The game was designed to lure them to it, to prepare them for it, to help Ruskin figure out what it is.
There's a seed inside every brain. And somehow, the house awakens it. Here she comes. Come on. It's remarkable, isn't it?
Is that connected with the tree that was projected on Nina's wall there in the house? What the oh my god, I'm so lost.
What you saw in there is one of the greatest scientific achievements. Rachel?
You're fucking strong, Jesus Christ, you broke her neck.
My name's not Michelle, it's Buck.
So that was a thing. I don't even know where to start from. Okay, so let's go with what Karim found out. So that clinic is kind of like they're doing like a dream experiment. They are bringing people there. They are recording their dreams to see if they can find similarities or patterns through all these dreams. And apparently, a lot of the dreamers had these dreams that had three things in common: a stair, double stairs, window, stained glass window. And that's what Rachel was trying to say about the house and with the tulip. There was this woman that was listening and then she quit. The reason why she quit it was because, if I got it right, something from this dream world came to reality. And I'm not sure, but what if what Hap has there in the basement lab is what came from that world? And apparently the game, like the house, is like I don't know, I think is like a place where all the dimensions merge, kind of. And the game was made to kind of lure people to that house to see what happened, because apparently, oh yeah, and a tunnel, not the house. Three things: the window, the two double stairs, and a tunnel. And that's what where people are getting into the house from, not the main entrance. And that's why Karim, and there was nothing on the security cameras, is because there is kind of a tunnel, and I think is, you know, that hole that also Karim saw. The NDEs are like windows through the other dimensions, but also it kind of predicts the future. And it not only predicts the future, but the things in those NDEs actually happen, because there was actually Homer from the original dimension going through the vent and running in that pink robe. It was him. So again, I do wonder if what Homer listened is where the real Homer is in another body. Rachel, we like Prairie met with others. Rachel had the accident, but instead of coming back to life with a beautiful voice, she lost her voice and she can't speak at all. She can't, like, she has brain damage. They're trying to figure out what happened and how to expose Hap. Hap is doing his own thing. He's hand in hand with I forgot the name. Nina's fiance. I forgot his name. The other guy that jumped from the window showed up again. He sent him to Hap to, you know, another experiment. And apparently, like, this guy went into the house and like saw 47 other ones like him, like they're all speaking at the same time. And that's why I think it's like kind of a place where all the dimensions meet. Apparently everyone has a seed in their brain and going into the house. I think something makes that seed grow roots, and he was pulling it from his ear. Hap was pulling it, and it started to grow, and that's something I wasn't expecting. Like, what the fuck is that? I can find a place for it. Like, to me, it was so out of nowhere. I don't know where to place it. I don't know what to do with the information and what I saw. Like, Rachel is was helping Hap, and Hap snapped her neck, and she's dead, but is not dead because she was traveling to another dimension. She was like having this NDE stuff, and she traveled to Buck. I wonder if Pierre has any intention with this experiment of dreams and um, like predictions than just his personal gain. He used that a lot to become a millionaire, and to make the next big thing, and um, get a lot of money out of it. So apparently the house belongs to Nina, and that's why she was talking about the house, that what she saw in that house. Yeah. I better stop here. I'm really confused. I'm gonna think about it, and gonna talk more in the next episode. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy. I will see you next time. Bye.